So we've got this far so far. Only took me about probably between 3 and 5 hours. I lost track of time, but I thought I might as well remove everything from the bike, because once the engine is out, it will give me good opportunity to revisit the frame. You know, there are a couple of rusty spots, you know, somewhere. I want to clean everything up and put this bike back together really good condition, so I might as well take everything off. It's a good opportunity to do it right now. But I want to stop this super duper time-lapse video to show you what the actual problem is. What caused all these issues in the first place. I put you guys on the tripod. Already started on that. Right, so we got the front sprocket nut, chain goes around it. I already pre-loosened that before when I was expecting the damage. Sprocket is in really good condition. In fact, the chain and both sprockets have been changed probably 800 miles, 1,000 miles before this happened. That brace over here that keeps the seal in exploded completely, and there's a movement on the output shaft. That means the bearings inside there on the main output shaft exploded. Well, gave up. Race and the bearings are in pieces. I know, because I removed a number of metal shavings from the inside there. Let me have a look. Maybe have a look closer. So that kind of a damage would happen in there. As you can see, not straight at all. And if you look closer in there, you probably can't see it, but the main thing is there is a movement here. You can hear it, you can see it moving. The bearing inside there are gone, and for that purpose I can't change it from the outside. I need to split the engine apart and get to the bearings on the inside from the right hand side of the bike. So what happened? How did I discover it? Well, Maki was in the middle of the wheelie and he heard a massive bang in the crank, you know, somewhere down the engine. Lost power, you know, the front wheel came down. The bike was still running, still operational, and it probably took me a couple 300 meters before I realized that all this area was piss and oil, completely spraying oil all over my left boot, and everywhere basically was dripping in oil. So I just stopped emergency, you know, and noticed that oil is dripping everywhere. That's why all this area over here, it's heavily coated in engine oil. I lost pretty much all of it from the engine. It doesn't really matter, because I want to rebuild the top end, you know, while I have to take the engine out to split everything apart. I might as well have a new top end put in there, split the bottom end, you know, get these bearings in, inspect all the other bearings on the other gears once I get the engine apart. You know, it's a perfect opportunity to do it. And after this procedure, this engine will be pretty much brand spanking new, because everything inside will be more or less new anyway. That means I will end up with a bike that is the engine anyway is pretty much brand new. Happy days, I guess. Let's crack on. Let's get it done. There we go, guys. Mach-E 1, engine 0. Good stuff. Engine out. Frame can be all cleaned up and possibly repainted as well. Tidy up the electrics a little bit. Give it a good clean first, you know. But I got areas like this here, bit of rust, you know. I would like to tidy up slightly. Got scratches everywhere. I'll probably give it a good coat of paint at some point. Get the wheels off as well. Put the new tires on them. Tidy all up. Re-grease everything. Make sure it's nice and tidy. But first, we need to fix this bad boy. Before we do anything else, guys, look at this. What a mess, you know. Bike in parts, in pieces, and we got shit everywhere. Seriously running out of space in this small little garage. But yeah, work with what we got with. Anyway, I need to tidy this up, find a spot for all these to live for the next few weeks, and yeah, let's take it from there. That's better, isn't it? Engine and nothing else on the benches. Shit just lives there. This is how the bike looks in pieces. So we got, well, the skeleton of the bike. Rest of it is right over there. There's the radiator and some other bits and bobs. Let's do this. Now what I need to do is clean up the engine, obviously, from the grease and everything else, and obviously strip the unnecessary furniture, bit of wiring and everything else. So that's the next job. Okay, so this is probably as far as I want to go with cleaning the engine. I won't get it any more cleaner and degreased. I would need to probably dip it in the acid, which I don't want to do. Cosmetically, I'm happy with it. It's a 97 engine, done 20,000 miles. It looks like it looks, it is what it is. I'm happy with it. Function over form. Now, I've been thinking long and hard about it, and I've decided I'm not going to attempt to rebuild the engine myself. There's a couple of reasons for it. A, I'm lacking specialist tools like flywheel puller, bearings remover, you know, bearing pullers from the inside. All those tools are not exactly cheap, and adding all my time to it and everything else, it's probably more cost effective for me to get it to engineers in the shop that they know what they're doing, they've done it before, engine is out of the frame, I can put it back in the frame myself, and that's saving hours of manual labor that I don't need to pay for. On top of that, I'm giving it to the guys who've done it before. They know what they're doing exactly, and I don't really want to risk of learning, you know, how to rebuild that engine on this very engine. I'll be honest with you, I've not done an engine rebuild like this previously. That will be the first one, but as I mentioned, I don't want to learn on this engine. I don't want to take chances and mess something up badly, and that will cost me even more money later on to get the bike back on the road, get it fixed and get it up and running. I do have another engine right there that is not working. I bought it specifically for that purpose, so I can learn how to rebuild an engine. That engine down there, it's not important, so if I mess it up in the process, I know I messed it up in the process and I can do it again. This, however, it's a slightly different story. I want to bike back on the road as soon as I can. So that's it for today, guys. The engine is out of the frame, which was a big job alone. I'm guessing, again, I was in tracking time, I'm guessing we're looking 6 hours in total probably to strip the bike apart as much as it is right now and take the engine out with the cleaning of the engine as well, degreasing it, so I can hand it over to the engineers with no liquids, no fluids inside, and reasonably clean condition. I'll be making an appointment with my local motorcycle shop. I'll probably just drop it with them. They rebuild it over the next couple of 3 weeks time, depends when they can fit me in for that job, and we'll be revisiting fitting the engine back. Then there's more than enough on this bike to do as it is. I want to restore it to a good condition, so there will be a few more episodes coming up from here. Once again, special thanks to Johnny Cactus and Motomirius for the nice video entry they did for me. And as you know, this guy belonged to both of these guys before. Johnny Cactus sold it to Motomirius and I got it off him. It wasn't planned, you know, but that's what it is. Nice little biker community, nice little family over here going on. And both of these guys are regretting selling these bikes and they're very happy that I'm keeping it and, well, looking after it very well. Guys, I promise you I didn't mean to destroy this bike, it just happened, you know, but hey ho, you know, we live and learn. That's it for today, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the new project. We'll be coming back to it very, very soon. And until then, once again, rock hard, have a beer, and we see you very soon.